Good day, my friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris. I'm the Batman statue collector. And the other day I did a video where my collection room was in chaos, and I was asking for opinions and things like that. Well, my room is still in chaos, but I'm trying some different things, and I want to show you kind of what my thinking is after listening to your opinions and just kind of playing around with the collection a little bit. So I'm going to show you some things. And we're going to start with the first big one right here. I'm going to turn the camera around. And the first big one is right here. What's missing? That's right, the Joker bust. Heath Ledger Joker bust is packed up and is currently being shipped to its next owner. Now, you might be thinking, man, Chris, I really liked that bust. You love Heath Ledger. He's your favorite Joker. Why would you sell it? Well, truth be told, it was one of those things where I feel like it was kind of a hindrance to me a little bit because I want to do something different with the middle and there's no other place for it. If it can't go there, I can't move on. I can't move on if this is the only spot for him. So I needed to do what I needed to do and I did it. I sold it. Now, do I have any regrets? No, I don't. I always treat my collection as it evolves. As it grows, it changes, it ebbs and flows, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. So what am I thinking for the middle? Well, first of all, if I stick with the podium look, which some of you hate, some of you love, but this is kind of what I thought. So what if I did the podiums like this? And I featured the premium formats on the podiums. They are not near as tall as the third scales, right? And if I kind of zoom back here a little bit, you can see that it doesn't block the third scales behind it, right? So imagine, if you will, I built a middle, something kind of like this. Like imagine those were together. And I built like a big middle podium, okay? And the middle podium would be for this guy. My brand new Batman Tactical Throne. Much bigger than I was expecting, absolutely massive. But he deserves to be in the middle, I think. Now I could put him over here on the sides. I could do that. No problem. But I just feel like it needs to be in the middle of the room. Okay? So imagine that this was in the middle and he was surrounded by all of these villains on the podiums on the sides. Okay? Imagine there I have 3 here, maybe do 2 more back there. I've got a couple over here. I've got the Penguin. So again, it's really cool to kind of see these up front because in the past, they've just been kind of in the background. And so it's really cool to be able to see the premium formats a little bit up close again. So again, imagine, a couple more podiums right back here. Okay? So if I do that, that's great. I also am trying to do something like this over here on the sides. Where I tried the premium formats down below. Now, Batgirl down there looks really tiny next to the Keaton. But also, I think overall, and the camera doesn't necessarily do it justice, but I feel like if you had a bunch of premium formats, you could put like 4 here, 4 there, 4 there, and space them out a little bit. You could do the same thing on the other side. I've got the Catwoman down here. And again, she looks really small on camera, but in real life, it looks pretty decent. And I think that it could definitely highlight the statues in a nice way. And I could even tier it if I wanted to because there's so much space here. Again, the problem with this shelf, the way I had it done, is I always thought I would do third scales down here. And that's why I built it so close to the floor. In retrospect, I probably should have built it up to like here. And maybe that's something that could still, I don't know, probably not be done. But again, you can imagine the quarter scales along the sides. Now, if I did all the quarter scales on the sides, and that means I would not have the podiums. So the podiums would not block anything. It would be like this. From across the room, you would see all of them from across the room. The podiums would be gone. Okay? So that's my first question. Podium or not podium? Okay? But keep in mind that this in the middle will be the Tactical Throne. Okay? If I have premium formats along the bottoms, or even if I have them on the podiums, that does mean also that there will not be anything on these back shelves. These back shelves will be practically empty other than CGCs. I could put movie pieces back here. I've got some already up there just to kind of show you what that would look like. Okay. This middle would probably stay the same. Joker and Batman, or maybe it's time for those to go. I've got the Bat Bike, which I think is the perfect spot for it. But again, all these premium formats would be on the bottom or on the podiums. So that would leave these blank walls. Well, what's great about blank walls? Well, I thought, what if I put art? What if I, put art on the walls? Or put, like this is the Jason Fablock I've got, original piece of art by him. What if I put, 1, 2, 3 pieces of art there and put a Batman statue between each one? Like a Batman premium format like this guy. Because this guy is kind of his own thing. What if I did that? Okay. What if I kept some of these Batman statues and again, just put art on the walls right here or forward with the stand. Like I've got this one just on the stand. So again, if all the premium formats were gone from here, let's say I even moved all the movie pieces. Let's say all the movie pieces went down right here. Again, if I don't have the podiums, nothing will be blocking these. So what do you think of that? What do you think of just having more art on the back wall, which is furthest from me generally, and then along the sides, having premium formats on the bottoms? Or, once again, do you like the look of the premium formats kind of in the middle, like this? Again, they don't block the third scales at all. And this one doesn't block much. But again, if it is just art in the background, it wouldn't block anything. Or do you think I'm crazy by not putting statues on the back? That's the other question. Or do you think I should just shut up and just put the premium formats the way I've had them for the last couple years? Pieces that I have coming in besides Tactical Throne, Batman versus Killer Croc. Where does that go? Okay. I thought also if I didn't do podiums, let's say I just built like this big, giant, cute, like long rectangle. Okay. That was maybe this high. And I just put a piece here, put a piece here, put a piece here, very similar to the podium idea, but to accommodate bigger pieces like the Batman versus Killer Croc or the Batman Who Laughs versus Batman. Okay. I've also got oddball pieces like this one, which is an awesome piece. I absolutely love it, but I just don't know where it's going to fit. I don't know where, I just don't like it here because this is where my third scales are. I don't like to mix the scales. So could he technically go down below? Yes, but I feel like that would be wasting some space. We're just wasting him up above. So I don't know. I've already considered maybe parting with him. I don't know if I should. Again, collector problems, right? I just still don't really know what to do. I put Batman Who Laughs back up top because I do feel like that he looks good up there. So again, I'm just kind of thinking third scales up top, maybe quarter scales down below, or quarter scales up on the podiums, movie pieces down below. I just don't know. I still just don't know what I should do. So, again, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I've thrown a lot at you, and a lot of you are like, what the hell is wrong with that guy? Told you I've been crazy for a long time. I lost my marbles years ago, but it does help. Again, I've got all of these collector issues, but I really do appreciate your help and advice as I am now going to transition to a different mindset because that bust is gone. And again, having that bust gone really is going to help me move on because my focus, sorry as I hit the mic, my focus is comic book stuff, comics and art. Movie pieces are great, but it's not where my focus is. I've really fallen in love with the original art, and that's made me love the comic book pieces even more. And so, again, this is my collection. right here. It's still a little bit in chaos, but let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts, okay? All right, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side right here in the back cave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.